Okay. Mic should be on now, and also the game should be audible. Let's see. Sometimes it takes a second for it to refresh that. So.
Yeah. That's true. As well. We'll take a second.
Yeah, I just wanted to have it on for a minute. It is a very cute game, though.
I love it.
Sorry, this thing was stuck.
Meow.
Meow.
We'll just give it a minute. Give it a second.
Hi.
Hi.
Should we specify which one of us is which?
I'm Avvy.
That's Avvy. I'm Bird.
Bird has a deeper voice, I guess.
I think so, technically, right? Avvy screams more. That's her thing.
Bird has a voice.
Sorry. It's hard to feel like that's valid to say, but I think so. We played this I think on release. It released on the 19th, I believe, and pretty much binged it, got all the way to the end.
Binged it between work, so
Well, yeah.
like
an
hour or two a day.
But it felt like a lot at the time. It was very pleasant.
Yeah, I want to
And,
make other people look at it and think about playing it, or if they can't play it, just look at us play it for at least a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not always good at this, but I'll probably try to upload this on YouTube. Because I think I can have it as an unlisted video and just share it on my Twitter.
Yeah.
So this will actually have I don't know, it won't be gone forever. This
Yeah,
particular
it
playthrough.
won't be
As
so ephemeral.
My stuff usually is pretty hard to keep up with, but
It's really temporary, typically.
yeah.
You can see it and you don't. Hi. Woo. Can you hear us okay?
Oh yeah, is this fine? I know my mic isn't the best, but let's see. Wonderful.
Hi. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I suppose I could just crack into the
Yeah. You can just crack into it. Wander around. Woo.
starting now.
3 people is a normal thing for such a stream.
Yeah, I was that's about
Like
about what
normal
I'd expect.
Woo.
Baby.
Baby.
Alright.
Oh, baby. Oh, so baby, so little. So little. Hi, mommy.
It is lots of fun.
It's so fun. Bert typically likes puzzle games, and I think technically, kind of, is it called Metroidvanias?
Metroidvanias, yeah. I'm not what's it? I'm not a very proper gamer, so we're talking just a handful of things Ori and the Ori series and Hollow Knight. But I like them a lot. I play them a lot. And for puzzle games, it's things kind of like Zelda, but also simpler ones I Baba Is You. Well, that's not simple, but as in simpler in style. It's more of just straight up puzzles, one after the other.
Cute, colorful little game.
Yeah.
Typically. Bird uses an Xbox controller, right?
Oh yeah. for PC gaming, I can't really do keyboards.
Yeah.
So I just have a USB Xbox controller. I don't know like what version. Probably a very simple.
Yeah,
one.
it's...
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Bird never liked PC gaming before getting a proper controller for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much only use this in like the Steam Deck's Connect feature, where you could use the Steam Deck as a controller, as you're like playing on the computer.
Little Finn, are you lost? Oh, your siblings are missing? How awful. There, I'll help you find them, alright? Now, I do believe I saw an egg over there. Go pick them up and I'll show you something I think you'll like. Tutorial, mommy.
Where is it?
Eggy.
Oh yes.
This is a mushroom. They're packed with nutrition, so they're a perfect snack for your siblings. Oh, small. Yar. You'll never get past me, the mighty wall. Rain World is typically for the we played it on release, but we weren't really... Bert didn't really enjoy the gameplay. I don't know if he would enjoy it more after the updates and DLC and such.
I remember reading about it, and it was one of those things where like I'm still hesitant to crack into it, but I'm not thinking to myself like I would never play it. It's just kind of like I'm not good at survival. Actually,
yeah,
the survival element of Rain World is the difficult part for me.
Yeah.
And I know there's like easier settings, but like ideally you would like play through every like the class?
Yeah.
There's various ones, and I feel like that's the way to enjoy the story and world best.
It wasn't
like,
actually as fun of a like genre, despite on the surface seeming similar to other games.
It looked interesting, and the trailer was like pretty interesting. But it was one of those things where like maybe practically speaking, I wouldn't be able to play it well. I did try like years ago.
Hi, puppy Bobs.
Hello.
Bloopy. Excellent. Now come see me. I can use your sibling's power to give you a new ability. Mommy help. Ah, very good. You're a quick learner. Now, hold still. Bless me. Bless me. Bless me. And viola, not bad, hmm? You can use your new tail to give things a good whack. So cute. If you find more of your siblings, I can harness their power to grant you more abilities. I'll let you know when you've found enough. I will stay here and protect your siblings. Now, go forward, young Finn.
Oh, I need to blow my nose.
You need to blow your nose?
I'm gonna turn off the mic.
Turn off the mic.
Hello.
Responsible gamer, mute mic for blow nose.
I try.
You will, however, hear a periodic sucking noise because Bert has a sippy cup he drinks from.
Yes.
And a kind of rattling of ice in the sippy cup. Look at you, your little ball tail! I love ball tails. So cute.
Yes, it's just very
I really
cute.
love the like gem texture on your horns and tail. It's really pretty. It also feels like it goes with your water alignment. The color of them. What's your room? What's your room? What's your room? What kind of noises do you think Finn would make?
I wonder if the creator said that the babies were like bird-like. I wonder if there's any kind of melodic quality.
That could be cute, and maybe even also like a jingly bell kind of noise. It was very inspired by Banjo-Kazooie, apparently, and Majora's Mask, this game, the creator has said. Main inspirations. What I really like about it is that I guess a lot of N64 games are more like jokey or silly. Ah, Luna! Who was that? What was that? But like, I don't know. This game is very enchanting and beautiful. It is like, I feel like that's what it's taking from Majora's Mask, is that like taking its lore and scenery is trying to be very immersive. It's like cartoony, but with taking its like mystical aspects perfectly seriously. Wish I could live in this little house.
Probably too far.
Probably can't do it when you're just a little baby. I'm glad there isn't really fall damage in this game.
No.
Things I'm glad. There's not fall damage, and you don't have to hold your breath underwater.
No need for those things.
And somebody says the less graphics, the more endearing. I feel modern indie game devs have found out. Yeah. Also, I know for this dev, they were talking about you could it was just easier because you could swap out entire assets and continue working on things. You know, you weren't spending ages on every individual asset. You could retool them all the way up until like launch. I do love the little spin when Fine Baby. So cute. Finn is very loving. Lost Leaf Lake. Wow. Wow. There's also a setting on this game to slightly blur the graphics so that it more emulates the look of an N64, but Bird tends to prefer it on the crispy setting.
Wait, did I accidentally turn it off?
No, it is on right now. I guess
Okay.
for this playthrough you'll finally play it with the blur properly.
I've been playing it with the blur.
Ooh. When
I just told when I started it was like kind of hard for my eyes.
But since then it's been blurred.
Blur filter, yeah,
Okay.
that's on.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what it's like when it's on.
Yes. I do like it. I do prefer it with it on.
The first time I think my eyes just hurt
Mm.
and I couldn't see very well. But I do like how it looks more with the blur.
Apple! Get ready for this.
What button was it?
Wah! Apple! They die very fast. They're so cute. The egg looks like a chocato fruit.
What fruit is that?
I don't know. Apple becomes tree friend. Collectible card. Check your encyclopedia. I love the encyclopedia look. Holding things, holding the book open. So sweet. Apple becomes tree, help you out. Tree die very fast though. What do I do? What do I do? Oh. You gotta help me. My precious fish food. It's been stolen, kidnapped, pilfered even. This nasty bat swooped down, grabbed it, and brought it up to the tree house. What will I do? How will the fish survive? Oh, the humanity.
Shoulder.
Shoulder. La capa. Capa. Fish. Swim. Swim. Fish, 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 fish.
God, do I love fish.
God, do I love simple pixel fish floating around one-dimensionally. Fish, 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 fish. I love it. In this game, also, you're like a water-aligned dragon. Your element is water.
Yes. Everything actually has an elemental alignment.
When you swim, you can like pick up speed as you like swim and swim around until you can shoot out of the water like a dolphin, which I think is so fun. You can swim and you can walk on the bottom of the water. such a good choice. Such an unexpected choice for a dragon. I really love it. Dear Diary, today I saw a bat carrying around a dragon's egg. Bizarre! I could have stopped it, but, you know, my tummy kind of hurt, so... I didn't think to read that in his. Find the grave that is in bloom and strike from behind to enter my tomb. This gently burning wood emits a spicy scent. It warms your soul. Fish drying. It's crazy that somebody is eating fish. Have you heard of a game called Smooshy Come Home? It's like this. I don't know it. I do not know it. We can see sometime. Maybe too weak to get that. Maybe.
No, I don't think I can quite get there. Yeah. Whoop.
Oh, hi! I'm the person who commissioned me for the Bruno Sphinx commissions. For both of us.
Hi.
Hey, hi! I really I like getting to draw things that indulgent for somebody.
I'm glad you're healed.
I'm glad you are not sick anymore.
I might use some dark knowledge.
You might use some dark knowledge. Ah. Smecca.
It'll still be an effort to even get there.
Oh gosh, it really will. Oh.
Wait, how do I actually get up?
Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't yet.
Oh gosh.
This might be the worst situation you've put yourself in. I wonder if you can use the...
Whoop.
Well... The good news is in this game, there's not really a consequence to dying. It's not quite as brutal as old N64 games.
Rip. Maybe I cannot get that baby.
Maybe you cannot until later. You might need more abilities. You're only a little baby.
I'm gonna do the tree house stuff.
It's gonna be hard to know what you can do until you get more abilities. Honestly, I don't think Bird has ever. Have you ever played a Kirby game?
Huh?
Have you ever played a Kirby game? What's this?
Didn't I play the...
I mean the new one, but I mean like I'm not on the N64.
I have like memories of playing one at someone else's house.
You've found enough of your siblings to unlock a new ability. Come back to me when you're able, child.
I'm gonna go do that.
This game is so good at authentically feeling like an N64 game. It makes me very happy that such a thing could be made and that there are people still really wanting to do this. I know that there are other ones, but I guess none of them have really nailed it for me like this one has.
Kirby and the Crystal Shards. That rings a bell. It was probably that one. But I'm like, I never played it like top to bottom. I just played it whenever I was like visiting. It was something like really random, like my babysitter's son's like N64. Maybe he had a copy of that or something like that. Not the most. I haven't played much Kirby. I've played that, a little bit of the Crystal Shards. I played Squeak Squad, and the recent one, Lost World. I don't know,
Something like
Forgotten Land. It's so.
Ready for a new ability so soon? Here goes nothing. Now, don't you look dapper. They're not quite big enough to fly with, but you should be able to glide. Try using them to ride flowing air. Wingus! Remember, Finn, you can always come back here to see me. Your siblings may have advice for you, too. Think of it like home away from home. Hey, we cannot help you, baby. Your sibling looks ready to hatch. Maybe your tail can actually help it? Yeah. Whee! Baby! Let's get a really good look at that baby for everybody. Really look at baby. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Hey, baby.
I woke up.
Oh, baby woke up. Make my eye, baby. Baby me. Sit. You could sleep next to baby, couldn't you?
We sleep. He's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Wish I could see you like that, Finn. Before your eyeballs sunk back into your skull. You're so like the same size. I like that we can't make things too small on the N64 style.
Be much like a grape.
Can't do it. No, yay! Can do it! Wing! Fly! Keeper of Lost Leaf Lake. He dutifully preserves fish after they pass on so that they may be buried in peace. This boisterous soul has stood in the path of 100 adventurers. He is now retired and enjoys watching crystals twinkle. Let's look at the sky for a second. I really, really want to appreciate. I really like how the sun effect is being done. It's really nice. It really got me when we first went in here. I was like, whoa, cool. It's very effective. Oh, little things all flying around, leaves falling.
This is a good first area.
Yeah, it really, it's so tasty. I really love how saturated all the colors are. I'm sure a lot of the lighting, like, all the lighting basically, honestly, has to just be baked in, but, like, oh, I would have thought to put towards that, you know? To just have all the backgrounds colored in these, like, rich, these red glow. These fish have lived in the Lost Leaf Lake for millennia. They seem to know something that others don't.
Why? I can now do the jump out of the water thing. You think you needed wings for it.
Ah! God, look at you go.
Alright, maybe I can get the egg now.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try. Or, oh, maybe that's later. I don't know. Oh, let me just do the treehouse then.
Treehouse. Or the church.
I forget how you open that. Ring the bell?
Yes.
hard to remember what you can and can't do yet.
Yeah. Those little couple of extra ups you get from different abilities make a big difference.
Wow.
Yeah. Can't go up there yet. Can you pause for a second at some point to look at the things that are flying around? Really, just get a good look at them. They are so hard for me to make out.
I'm not gonna want to screenshot them.
Yeah, they're so fast. Vines.
Whoop.
Oh. Maybe fall, maybe slip.
Oh, I did it again.
I know you also you don't fight enemies in this game at any point.
Nope.
Nope, no violence. You're just solving problems in any other way you can come up with. Maybe no hurt people.
Oops, there's a closer apple.
I like to make room for your siblings. I love it too. It's like it's more interesting anyway. I'll try to find other ways. I love how many things have little faces on them. Somebody says, this is like a game you play in the kids' waiting area of the grocery store when you were like 7. If this was a game that I grew up with, God, I can't even imagine, you know?
Oh my god.
There are a lot of visuals in it that I feel like would have done so much to me if I had gotten such a thing when I was a kid. I really love enchanting and beautiful things. I love this baby room. It's a cute creature fashioned out of pebbles. You hope you get to meet the real thing someday. It's a very good kitty room now, isn't it? So cute. This plushie is definitely like the protagonist of another game the creators made. This old stuffed toy gives off a feeling of adventurous spirit. You feel emboldened. You will save your siblings. You will do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I love to see a little cartoon dragon in a little kitty bedroom. The sun shining through. Maybe get so high. This smells funny. Is it fish food? Stinky.
Stinky.
Stinky. A stinky fish food. God, I wish you could barrel straight into the bell. Maybe you can get there. I don't know.
Ooh,
There
so
was once a
close.
PS1 at a McDonald's Play Place, and it's the first and only time I played Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. That's crazy! Who put a PlayStation in the McDonald's Play Place? Was that a promotion, or was that just, I don't know, an employee being really, really cool? PS1 at McDonald's Play Place. You found it, my fish food? We are saved. Thank you. Oh yes, let me open the gate to the deep woods for you. I think I saw that bat bring some eggs in there.
Eggs.
Eggs!
I'm gonna see if I can reach the bell. Maybe if I jump right
Sometimes there are McDonald's with consoles installed inside the wall at some of the tables. That's so not
here. I have
something
never seen that in my life.
I've never experienced this.
Wow. I wonder when they started doing that.
That's crazy. BS1. That's very entertaining for the children. Crazy, crazy. That's a very crazy way to experience a game.
Yes.
Wow. Orlando's got shit I've never heard of. Let's see. I wonder if you can My orthodontist used to have one of those GameCube kiosks. The only game they had was Super Monkey Ball 2.
Jeez.
A cool orthodontist office. I'm learning so much about the world. I have never experienced games in locations. I don't know, but maybe
I only remember playing games like, well, at like an electronics section and they have demos. But that makes sense. Like, you know, if you were at like a Walmart and they have a whole area with like tech, you know, TVs and phones and everything. They're all like showcasing like, oh, this TV's playing a movie. You have like a DS out that's like ready to play like a demo of whatever, so that way people want a DS. I want the newest games.
Was it not even demos? Was it like the full games, or was it?
No,
I mean for the other.
It couldn't be demos for the other thing because there wouldn't be like a demo PlayStation game that you could play on the PlayStation.
I do remember Circuit City. Did you ever go to a Circuit City?
No.
I think I probably have more of a memory of them because my dad worked in electronics. He wired houses, so we were going to like places like that, and we often had like a latest whatever tech was going around because he was interested in that. This game is very, very cool. Hi, I'm in here. Fafnina.
Hello.
A novelty CRT would be pretty cool. That's just me appreciating the splendor of this area. I don't think there's ever been a novelty CRT that was actually something. Just your boots! Hey, you, I hope you know that we're not just any crummy old pair of boots, no sir. If you walk off a ledge while wearing us, you'll float in midair. You can even roll around in midair. Incredible, we know. But you can't bring us too far from here, otherwise we'll have to return where you found us. What can we say? We get homesick. Jester boots. You can definitely fall.
Yes, this area is quite dangerous.
Even with the jester boots, you can mess up. Be very careful. Ah, jester boots. You love to see a little cartoon dragon with little jester boots on. Look at him go! Wiggy wiggy! Good baby.
That's only two left, and one will be in the church and one will be in the tomb, so I think I could move on.
Okay. The sound design of this game is very fun. I like it too. It's so cool. The jester boots was very like, whoa, what a concept.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa. I like that they're jester boots too. They're not like mage boots.
Jingle, jingle.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. It goes with like your ears feeling like little jester hat. Oh, you're leaving? Thanks again for bringing me the food back. Say goodbye to our new friend, fishies.
Oh, right, there's
The music is very nice and ambient. Nothing ever feels like it's distracting. But the music does also often it changes whether you're like underwater or in a different room. There's some levels where the music does some really cool stuff.
This is the most subtle track in the game, I think. I mean, like area. This area is very ambient. There are more pronounced background tracks, but they're still not very obtrusive. I would say.
So pleasant. I really do appreciate the atmosphere going on to all this. Take up. Hi, baby.
Baby.
Talk to baby a little.
Maybe asleep.
Maybe sleep. Ball. Play with ball. Smack.
Alright, let's see.
Need to move fast, right? What? I won't read tutorial garbage. Thanks, mommy. Sage's design is apparently inspired by a character from Rayman.
Yes.
I forget her name.
I could not remember a fairy that raised Rayman in the old one.
Batilla, yes.
Yes.
Yes, she's inspired by the original design of Batilla. Not the I guess there was a redesign in later games that made her more human-like, but the original design of Batilla the fairy, who I guess is Rayman's mom. They redesigned her to have big boobie and curves, but she was more of a triangle before, like Sage. Do you have a VODs channel or something where I can watch? Oh yeah, this stream we're actually planning on saving and uploading.
I don't have a proper channel or anything for that sort of thing.
No, you don't.
But
you'll post it.
I will post this after I upload it.
Yeah.
I just have like a YouTube I dump stuff on, kind of unlisted. But you know, I think there's one video of like us playing through part of Hollow Knight that is up there that I could post, but there's not much else. I play a lot of like Baba Is You, but like usually not on mic, and it's not worth uploading. I don't know how to say this. This is like me not solving a puzzle for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's fun to play in real time for people.
Somebody says we should do this more often. It's great listening to us play games. I would like to do it more often. It's often just a planning and scheduling thing.
Yeah. It is hard for me to like coordinate doing everything, but I want to play like more Hollow Knight. I want to play Ori so badly.
When Silksong comes out.
Oh my god, when Silksong comes out, yeah, that would be a big one. I do also wish someday I could figure out how to like stream my Switch, because I do want to play like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
It would be fun to play the Pikmin DLC that way too.
Yeah.
The Pikmin 3 DLC, that is.
Yes. Lots of things.
Deltarune. I actually would not want to stream Deltarune.
No.
I don't want commentary from or to discuss.
It would be like I can't look at the chat.
No, Bert and I are actually pretty like protective about it. I don't really like the idea.
When Deltarune comes out, we're gonna basically go offline and lock ourselves up in a tomb.
Yes, I really want zero influence or discussion while playing Deltarune.
It needs to be meditative.
I gotta. Luna, so you're the doofus who's been putting his grubby little paws on my eggs, hmm? Well, good luck with that now. Turn the bridge into bats.
Spiders, actually.
Spider bats. It's a good idea to plan to lock yourself into some sort of bomb shelter to play Deltarune. I feel like it was a mistake to not do that the first time the game came out.
It actually tricked me into thinking I didn't like the game as much as I did.
No,
but I had to like replay it and then be like, actually, it's pretty lit in here.
We had to play it in privacy and really analyze it on our own. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
What?
I don't even care about spoilers. I just don't want people's takes, commentary, or opinions about things happening or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not even spoilers. I don't want to see fan art, and I don't want to see memes. I don't want to see jokes. Yeah, dude. I would also just sign out of everything, not talk to anybody.
Definitely experience chapter 2 as isolated as possible.
I've learned from
The first chapter was rough.
chapter.
No. Yeah.
Spirited is the least of my problems, but he is. I don't need that.
Yes. Well, he became more of a problem later, honestly.
Yeah, he really was so much later, and that's like fine. But I would really like to preserve my first impression of the game, so that will definitely not be something we can stream. I am too fussy.
Hollow Knight, though, is like, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just a bug world.
Oh, Silk Song would be fine to stream. It would be fun.
I'm trying to think of before I go here. If there's anything I want to do. I think there's stuff to do.
I meant to like say the last time we played this. I really love this area. Actually.
Yeah.
I really love it a lot. It's very. I just love how emerald green. Even though it's got some industrial aspects, I still really like it. All the hints of purple. I love all the smoke. Somebody says, I've only been very fond of Undertale. I haven't gotten into Deltarune yet. The next chapter's coming out. I think it would be very fun to wait until more chapters come out to play it, honestly. I would highly recommend that.
I'm very excited for when the next batch comes out, because it'll be 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, I think
Toby was like announcing that the next one will come in like a group, which I'm excited for.
I think it's a good idea, though, to wait until more comes out. I wish I could have that kind of patience and perseverance, because I do think there will be such a magical effect to be able to play it all at once.
Like, I mean, I can't resist. I do need it the second it comes out, but if at least it'll probably be fun to replay like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Plus, it'll have been long enough.
Plus, you might want to make different choices. When it comes out in 5 years, indeed, I'll
be there.
And I'll be there. Hope I'm alive for it and well and in a condition that I can watch a game. That's all I want.
I really just hope it like comes out with no problems.
Yeah. Things I want to live for: Deltarune coming out and Jibaku Shonen ending.
Yes. Oh God.
I wish there could be a sequel to this game.
Oh, I wish.
I want. I already want. Yes, I'm also hoping something doesn't remove me from this earth or my ability to perceive the game before Deltarune is done. And would love to survive.
I want to read my manga so badly lately. That's such an emotion.
The other emotion is, God, I want to be able to read the ending of my manga. I don't want anything to happen to me. I want to have every part of me that needs to work perfectly fine, or at least an acceptable level. Oh, Deltarune. Deltarune is kind of like scary because you're like, it's not coming out at all. At least Jibaku Shonen, we would read every chapter we possibly could.
Yes.
Until we couldn't.
The once a month thing is actually quite generous.
Somebody says we'll be 2 brains sharing a jar. That would be fine. I would accept that.
That would be fine.
It would be a fine reality.
Whoa, the tester boots are still on me?
Wow.
I would think this is too far.
I guess it's still technically part of this area. I wonder if there's another way to get that card other than late game acquisitions. Just don't know.
I don't think there's a way to cross this. So I'd have to come in from the other end. Avvy and I, if anyone could be 2 brains sharing a jar, it could be us.
Peacefully and comfortably and warmly.
Our brains would be like rubbing up against each other. Kissing.
Our folds will crease into each
right,
other.
I'm like picturing it.
It will essentially turn into a jar of worms is what it will look like. Our brains will figure out how to knit together, weave together like a big basket. I don't know, I just love this area. I guess it does kind of remind me of aspects of stuff. Bye, Jester Boots. I don't know why, when I first looked at these mushrooms, I thought they had, like, kiss slips on them.
Oh my god.
Like smooch marks.
But then I'm like, what are those? Just a ring?
There's a little bit of scary stuff in this game later. Doesn't get that scary though. Gets a little scary though.
Just a little. Like a little for what you're expecting. I think that's what it is. I wasn't expecting it to be very scary. So the fact that it was even a little bit was like, oh. I'm also a coward.
Bird is a major coward. The airborne armada. Get a load of this. Bet you weren't expecting this. Bet you weren't expecting eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah.
This level really was like, I didn't think there would be something like this in this game. Hello, airborne armada. We are in space. We are upon a ship. There is a little bit of lore in this game.
That frightened me.
That's scary. The mushrooms are supposed to guide you towards areas, and they help you like know where you're supposed to go and encourage you to investigate. They're very good. It's way too windy for this little guy. You found enough of your siblings to unlock a new ability. Connected with your evil child. A long-abandoned food dish. Tiny organisms appear to be thriving on it. Their persistence inspires you. You will save your siblings.
Pictures of me.
Pictures of you.
Mysterious still, honestly.
Scary. Don't like being on top of the ship. I know the creator was saying the ship's design was inspired by
Divine Beast.
the Divine Beast, the bird one in Breath of the Wild. I don't know.
No. It's not Varuto, but...
Varudania? I don't
No,
know.
no. Meadow?
Va
Meadow?
Meadow? Yeah, I think it's Va Meadow.
The bird. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go back to Sage.
Ooh, scary.
Oh, jeez, if I can. I actually can't fight the current. Okay.
Too weak.
I should have thought about that.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god. You're gonna die. Oh well. Accept it. Okay, you did it. Haru. Just have to accept sometimes baby dies. Sometimes you have to watch baby die. Sometimes you have to say, yeah, just let that happen.
Yes. Say, oh well.
You would die getting that encyclopedia card.
No.
No,
No,
way.
I won't.
No, you won't.
No, I got it.
He's so strong. Baby is so brave. He would fall through these grates. I would not.
Realistically, yeah.
I would not walk upon such grates. This game really, you feel so unprepared for the Armada ship.
That's for sure.
I do
Even
not.
this
I do
transitional
not
area
understand the
doesn't-
bugs that are in this area. I wish I could comprehend them. They remind me of little yokai things. Little forest spirits. Here we go. Hanya. Hanya. Baby moths. Ah, welcome back, young Finn. You've been doing an excellent job. Now, I have another ability for you. Here goes nothing. Bless me, Mommy. Horn! You can use that horn to break cracked ground, bounce up to high places, and even ignore airstreams. Now, Finn, I must warn you. There are strange things lurking deeper in the Cavern of Dreams. Just please, please promise me you'll be careful, okay? Somebody says the baby makes me think of Chow.
Baby.
Baby!
Chew.
Chew. Feed, baby, feed. Feed, baby. Your heart grew stronger.
Now I'm gonna see if I can get.
I know that also the creator of this game said that that he struggles with when you get a new ability in the game games when you don't have any kind of visual signifier of it, which is why in this game like they get confused and they forget what abilities they have and which ones they don't. So he made it so that every time you get an ability, it has a physical change on your player character so that you know what you can do and you remember that you have that ability. It really is very helpful though, like having the tail, remembering that you can whack things, having the wings, remembering you can glide, having the horn, remembering you can crack stuff. It's a really smart design choice. I really love it, and it makes getting new abilities extra exciting because you want to see what your dragon will look like at the end of the game. You're like, oh gosh, I could just gain new features. I love it when the lighting makes your horns in such green. I really like it. It's such a good design philosophy. I really respect it. I do think it would be pretty hard to in this game especially, to just remember that you can now do a ground pound and such if you didn't have the horn physically. I do like how the dragon can roll. I feel like your horns feel so yeah, they're so shaped for you to be able to roll.
Me bouncy.
They're all round, curving backwards. The movement is very fun. And I know for Bird, movement being very fun is something that he really values in a game.
Oh yeah.
I think what makes you play something over and over again is often that the movement design. You replay Super Mario Sunshine regularly just because you like the movement in that game.
Yeah. It just handles well.
Mm-hmm. And
platforming fun.
You really love to move in Hollow Knight when you get all the different abilities.
Oh god, yeah.
And you tend to prioritize which ones.
Whatever gives you basically kind of wings for a second, which is I think basically your double jump, and then the wall climbing and stuff. All good. Stimulating in Hollow Knight.
I would say even something like Super Mario Sunshine, where some of the programming is rushed and kind of shoddy at times. Just the movement being so fun makes you want to play it again and again.
It doesn't even have to be a beautiful story.
No, if it's just fun to run around. I know Bird really likes Ori, the Ori games, O-R-I, because moving around in that game feels really good. That you can climb and crawl around and dash through the water.
Climbing vines and swinging and dashing. You can basically bounce off of. Oh, this egg.
This egg is so beautiful. It is my favorite egg, especially in this green room.
In this underwater church.
That Luna is painting these eggs. Oh, she did an amazing job. You found every one of your siblings in this world. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Such a beautiful egg. Stained glass eggy wiggy.
What she is doing.
I think she does make a comment at one point, why are you messing up my artwork? I think part of her artwork is enjoying babies in distress all around the world. Such magical, enchanted fish souls above.
Oops.
I really love this submerged church. It's such a good aesthetic. grow all over the cavern of dreams, nourishing themselves on abandoned thoughts and forgotten memories. Sacred box with a spirit inside. When pressed, the spirit is freed and blesses the presser with magic before disappearing. Its cheery personality creates invigorating light that lets life flourish. At night, they sleep amongst the stars. Sapling. It lives a very short life, full of happy memories. Then it becomes dirt for new plants to grow in. Lonely trees who make riddles for passersby. They get very competitive and can be heard rustling late into the night. This sentient dumpling is said to be the first creation in the Cavern of Dreams. They're very rare and smell delicious.
That's it so far.
That's it so far. Dumpling is apparently the developer's first, drawing, first OC they ever made.
So
he puts it in every game. And it's a very cute thing to do as a developer. Wow.
I got all the mushrooms
Wow,
too.
you got all the mushrooms.
That's everything here.
Well, I don't know if you got all the encyclopedia cards or not. Wow.
This area is complete.
Yay. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Back to this.
Blast.
I
Maybe you blast. There we go. I really feel like I'm giving such random facts. Meanwhile, dangerous. No, that's funny. I would say while Bird plays a lot of platforming games, you don't love the act of platforming. It's more like platforming is a consequence of a lot of games that you like.
yes. Other people like platforming more than anything.
You can do it fine, and in a game like Hollow Knight, you can manage it. But it's not really you get out, not welcome here. First mean bat make me sick, fill me with boils. Now you come here. You have same wings, you bad too. Why all bad people come to me? Not fair to poor Mr. Carrington. Mr. Carrington. Fill me with boils.
It's good dialogue.
It's good dialogue. What is Bird's favorite platformer, says somebody.
Goodness, I don't know.
Goodness gracious. You replay Hollow Knight an awful lot, but I don't know if it's your favorite. Does Ori count as a platformer?
Does it count? That's why I'm question mark. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Hollow Knight quite a lot. I would put it as one of my favorite games. I've been well, like I said, it's not platforming isn't my ultimate passion, but I can do it. And I think it's stimulating Hollow Knight.
My favorite game. I don't really play video games. I play very few. My favorite game is a PC game from the 90s called Pets, P-E-T-Z, Dogs, and cats, the different games. And these were like pet simulation games of the mid to late 90s. There's no game that is as good as Pets for me. I don't know. I spent a lot of time breeding things and making OCs in it and observing it like a fishbowl. And it's also possibly the biggest influence on my art of all time. Thank you. I just like feel like when I think about like games I love so much that I just ideal. The Pets series is like I've played it my whole life. It really influenced me as a kid. It influences me now. I pick it back up every so often to just make a bunch of things in it and experience it. I think the way the balls, the animation system works, the way the figures are kind of pseudo 3D because they're just overlapping balls, it really helps me understand how to perceive bodies in 3 dimensions and move them around. The Pets series kind of like, I feel like it's the bones of my understanding of like how perspective works. And I feel like it's still how I construct bodies and why perhaps I'm so obsessed with it. I used to just like use the camera to take as many shots from as many different perspectives and all the animations. It's just like, I would just do that for ages, just collect screenshots. That's what it says. That's a very valid and solid favorite video game. The contrast between both of your game interests is actually really fascinating. Yeah, Bird is a gamer. He's simply more of a gamer.
More of a proper gamer, yeah.
Yeah.
Abby just likes more like sandbox.
I like dollhouses.
Things. So things where you just make stuff.
I do like New Leaf. I have actually like done everything in New Horizons. Animal Crossing, like I've made homes for all 4
the DLC.
The DLC.
Happy Home Designer.
Yeah, Happy Home Designer.
Abby's
Happy Home Paradise.
Abby's
I have
played-
made a home for all 400 villagers in that, crazily.
Abby's played New Leaf, Happy Home. Did you play Happy Home Designer for the DS? You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did. You got me that first, which is good because it prepped me for Happy Home Paradise, and I enjoyed that a lot.
Like we played New Horizons together, like the Animal Crossing New
Yeah.
Horizon. And then when the DLC came out, I got Abby that.
I really like dollhouses, and I would love more breeding sims in the line of pets. The other game that I played fairly recently was A Short Hike, which is a little indie title. A Short Hike. In that game, there's a very good flying mechanic, and it's a very simple and peaceful game. And I wouldn't say I particularly love like that style of character, actually. Like, I'm not all too interested in little chibi anthro guys as much as one might think. But the flying mechanic in that game is just so satisfying, and the environment's very beautiful and pixelated, so I really like exploring it. So A Short Hike would also be up there. I just pick it up sometimes every so often to run around in it. I would love a game that has a short hike's flight mechanic, but where you get to play as like a pterosaur or other flying animal or a dragon. Nice too, mechanic-wise. It would be nicer if the designs were fleshed out. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's one of those indie games where I feel like the dialogue is kind of just mediocre, and the designs are just kind of generic. There's a lot of indie games that don't really feel particularly inspired in that vein. Like, it's just kind of, you're gonna play as like a little bird person or whatever. But the mechanic is so good. And I really like the design sense of it, is the environments.
And how you like roll around the world is fun.
Yeah, yeah.
The map is fun.
The map is very fun. The cozy farming life simulator curse. Oh gosh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure those games don't have much to particularly inspire a lot of people with their designs. A lot of games are just like they're doing their thing that they do in their genre, and the designs look like what you would expect. My friend recommended me Hollow Knight and said that I would like it. I think you should. Bird loves it.
Yeah.
I think the designs are fun. I think the world building is interesting. I'm really excited for the sequel. I hope they push it further than ever.
Mm.
And I think it's very lovingly made.
Yes.
It's very the people making it are very obsessed with what they're making, which is a great thing. It's very unique looking. It would be nice if there was an indie game that figured out how to balance incredible mechanics with good designs. It usually tends to be one or the other. It's probably true. There's a lot of indie games that Bird and I just don't really pay attention to because like there's not really a reason to play a game where you play as some sort of little ugly mushroom
Some
creature.
People will be like, "Whoa, this is so cool and fun."
You play as
but
a cube.
I'm like, I don't want to be a cube. I don't care how amazing this and seminal of a puzzle game this is. I don't want to be an ugly little guy. My problem is wrestling with like aesthetics and experience.
Yes. It often has to be a little of both.
Oh, that's why.
Earth element monster with limitless growth potential. That must be the giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just broke out. Now it's elsewhere in the game, and that's the Reaper.
Water, fire.
It's cute the dump is fire.
Yes.
The sinister grin potion is completely throwing me off from the scene. There's a lot of little sinister grins. Somebody says, Hollow Knight reminds me of Little Nightmares a bit. It might be the characters are tiny and cute. Not sure if you two have heard of Little Nightmares. Actually we have. It's something that we're kind of interested in playing, but Bird is actually extremely bad at handling horror. He gets scared very, very quickly and easily. I think we would need like a whole support group and a whole plan.
Yeah, I have. I mean, it was like for free at some point, so I literally have it, and I think maybe I have the second one. I just like can't bring myself to play.
Bird is a huge coward.
It's so scary. I mean, I could do it, but I feel like I need so much coddling.
Yeah, we would have to like do it in the morning and then have a full day of other stuff. Bird is indeed a coward, especially with games where you're like inhabiting the thing and having to walk through things. It's just bad for him. He can't do it.
How to describe? I'm very afraid of it. I'm like, I don't even know how to convey it. I can't read the wiki for Five Nights at Freddy's because I'll get too scared. Like, if I spend all day reading about a horror game, I will have nightmares.
Bird is very semi-permeable. Things just get right inside of him.
This is the problem. Like, I dream a lot. I'm not okay. It's so hard to describe. Like, I look at Freddy. I'm not afraid of Freddy, but
it's not scary. Like,
it's the idea of just being in the dark and being murdered.
Yes,
it's just upsetting. But
it doesn't even have to be well written. Like you don't.
It doesn't have to be well written. It doesn't have to be interesting. I just like have a very. I get anxious.
It's like you read the words like child murderer and you get scared.
Yes. I'm not good with horror. Like a lot of basic horror. Well, to branch this further, I am very easily affected emotionally by things. It doesn't have to be a compelling good story. But I can still cry from it.
Yeah.
Like it could be literally like a commercial about like something sad happening. And I could cry from that.
It's never like a testament to something being good horror or good psychological thriller or good emotion fodder because it can make Bird like cry or get very scared because he will cry or get very scared over like the mere suggestion
that
something sad has happened.
The idea of things. So it doesn't have to be very well constructed. Deltarune isn't scary to me.
No. I think it's about as well like what you're playing as, what your perspective is in it, and the style of the game. Where it helps to be crisp in the narrative of everything you're experiencing.
And something like Deltarune is closer to like ambiance. I've cried during sections of Omori.
Where does it a little scared?
It is. I did get scared of Black Space. There was like a room that I was straight up like I don't want to go back there. But it was like Black Space 2 at least, so it was like a deeper part of it. Now, again, like from the outset, when I look at Black Space, I'm like, this isn't that scary. But experiencing it and walking around as Omori in it is very scary for me. I guess I feel very immersed. Like I'm like, what is that? see an abstract shape. It's kind of rough because like I am interested in horror concepts. Like, okay, as a teenager, I literally was like curious about the Silent Hill games. So I was reading about the TV tropes pages because I'm like, how bad could that be? I was like messed up. I read about like the whole Silent Hill series and like I stayed up for days doing this and then I like couldn't go to like the kitchen at night.
Even Majora's Mask messed you up as a kid.
Oh yeah, I did get too scared of Majora's Mask to like finish it. And I do get startled playing it now. I can do it, but I can watch some horror games. Like Inside isn't really a whole horror game, but it has some things that are upsetting.
Inside I would classify as a horror game. Really, it's
kind of towing a line.
Yeah, I mean, I always feel like there's a lot of gore and spooky elements in it. It's very body horror more than it is like gonna get you horror. It's a and Inside, yeah, we did manage to watch that just fine. You were okay.
Yeah, so that's a good example of like I can handle that.
I do really appreciate that the FNAF movie used practical effects. I do like just seeing those guys. It's fun.
I don't think the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is gonna hurt me.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's just kind of interesting, just to see it. But I don't know. I'm a sensitive guy. Avvy's much braver than me. She's proper. Haven't you read like? Didn't you like read proper horror threads like on?
I really liked the There's a blog called Saya in Underworld, which translates Japanese like creepypastas from like 2chan and stuff. I am much more brave than Bird. I'm still affected by things. I'm a very paranoid person, but I also wouldn't say that imbibing a ton of horror does very much to my overall, like, I don't know. I'm always, if I'm going on a walk in the woods, I'm always convinced somebody's going to kill me. So in this way, it's kind of it's just like, it's normal and fine.
It couldn't be all you do, but...
No, I definitely still need breaks from it, but I don't really feel all of that damaged by horror.
Yeah. As a kid, I mean, I've had this problem where, like, I've just been easily affected by things and very scared of things. So what I did was, like, only surround myself in, like, bright, colorful stuff, like a Pokemon. I had to, like, really, like, close my eyes before bed and only think about good things. And then I would only have dreams about Pokemon, which is good. In this way, it's a little, like, a bit of an exchange where, like, I can easily have nightmares, but I can easily dream about things I really like.
Bird
have lots of whimsical dreams.
Bird can really just like play a game a lot and then have a dream that he's in that game. So you can understand where playing and watching horror things can be very bad for him. It's all like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yes, no. I mean, like, I play Cavern of Dreams for days, and I'm just dreaming about it. I'm just dreaming that I'm in it. And that's fun, and that's good. Anyways, on the topic of little nightmares, that's like I really want to someday. I'm just gonna have to, like, be in the right headspace for it.
We're really gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take good care of him if we do that.
That's all.
Because it's also a puzzle game, as far as I understand.
The actual gameplay looks stimulating.
Yeah, the actual gameplay looks very stimulating for Bird.
And I would be curious to learn about the characters and like the little kid you play as. I'm interested in her.
Someone says. For some reason, I never have dreams. It makes me feel very envious of those who can, but oh my god, nightmares ruin my whole day. So maybe I shouldn't be too envious.
Yeah, I mean, when I think anyone's like situation with dreaming, they have to just like accept it, because like I don't know how much you can really control it. With me, there are other people who have kinds of dreams, and I'm like, that sounds convenient, but you can't really do anything about it. So I just just try and curtail my habits to make sure I don't have bad dreams, and that's it.
Someone says that Little Nightmares is barely more gameplay than Inside, which sounds fine. Honestly,
that's good. Yeah, that's actually a good frame of reference.
Yeah, that's a good frame of reference, because Inside really is just like you're just making your choices in a sequence, particularly.
It's different, but someone who worked on Inside and Limbo, like a director, directed Cocoon, which is a recent game that came out. And I was able to play that. It's not scary, but I like that. I like their like design sense for levels.
Their design sense for like how to get through puzzles or how to conquer things. So it's good to compare it to something like that. Ah, all boils healed. Me feel much better. Me thinking you not bad. You good, yes. You me new friend. Me open control room. Not normally let people in, but you good, so me feel safe in you very small hands.
No, Mr. Carrington.
We make friends at the big ship. We heal the big ship. We free all the captives trapped inside of the ship, which the ship wanted us to do.
Yes.
Mr. Carrington.
What else is left? Kiss sounds for every mushroom.
I can't hear the actual game sound, so it's like. This part of the game where you have to rotate the ship to complete some things to solve some stuff really makes me a little motion sick. So a warning if you're extremely sensitive to motion sickness.
Actually.
Apparently, in playtesting, it made people even more motion sick, and they had to do some things to fix that problem that people were having. I think it was that they added these floating white particles so that you could always tell what actually was up and down in the game, because people were having trouble staying oriented and not getting oogies. Which is interesting. I like all the little particles. It's so that there's always a sense of where up and down is. How did you guys discover this game? I honestly just watched a trailer for it.
You must have randomly seen it on Twitter or something.
Yeah, I must have just randomly seen it somewhere out in the wild, or maybe even on YouTube or something. I've actually been waiting for it to come out for quite some time. I do look at like low poly modelers and things like that, so I'm like,
true.
I probably just saw it amongst looking at that kind of stuff because I like this art style a lot, and I like looking at people's low poly CG models. And then I told Bert about it. I marked down when it would come out. Someone says, I sound like a mixer beauty. It's making me feel silly. I've been told, Bert and I have been told that we actually sound very similar in terms of like our voice cadence really matching each other, but it's...
Okay.
We've been told that we must really take after each other, but we've been talking to each other so perpetually for so many years. Someone says that I think Abby sounds like what I think Mari's voice would sound like.
Aw.
That's nice.
That is nice.
That's nice to think about. How long have me and Bird like known each other or been together? We have known each other.
We knew each other since 2016.
Yes. So
like we started talking early 2016.
How many years is that?
That's 7 now.
That's 7
We've
years.
been talking online for like since then.
Okay, we met in 2016.
I actually followed. I knew of avvy and her blog like on Tumblr once, like before. So I mean I've known of her a little longer. It was like a total miracle that she paid attention to me. I was just like incidentally posting art that I guess she was interested in.
You were my little stalker for much longer than we
Yes.
knew each other.
Yes.
Yes. But as far as like talking constantly or like really regularly, more like 6 years.
Yeah, because well we became close in 2017.
Yes.
And we actually met in person.
Yes. So I'd say we've been doing regular voice calls and visits for 6 years, and then moved in together
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And got married 2 years ago.
Baby does not like this.
Baby does not like this room. There was something on a wall.
Yeah, but I'm confused because like I read it, but I don't know.
Well, and that's it.
I don't know what like orientation they expect me to start in.
In some rooms, baby gets very worried. Some rooms, baby gets scared. Some rooms, baby gets angry. I'm sorry, baby dies sometimes.
I try not to, but
Baby dies sometimes. I think the biggest thing me and Bird have in common with our voices is just that we both talk in a very effeminate way.
yeah.
Ah.
I just needed to know where the start of the sequence was.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Smack. We're in the blood and organs of the ship. Mr. Carrington.
We are really in Mr. Carrington now. Kind of scary, honestly. It's enough of a blend of organic and inorganic to be like troubling.
It is worrisome. Jabu
Does
jabu.
it have an eye in there?
There is an eye in there. It reminds me of the Banjo-Kazooie level. I'm sure there's a level like this in Banjo-Kazooie. I was thinking about the one in a... Is it Majora's Mask? I'm gonna go inside of...
Ocarina of Time is when you go in a big fish.
Yeah. I forget. Mr. Carrington, me had egg and heart, no wonder me had big chest pain. You more than good, you big good, yes. Me had egg and heart.
Egg and heart is problem.
Wow.
I think that's everything I can get for now.
Yeah, you have to wait. Wow. Wow. You're kind of scary. I'm kind of scary. Baby don't like it.
Bad room.
I would be so curious if we sound more alike now than we used to sound, you know? I wonder.
Well, I wish I could know in a technical sense. My problem is I know I copy who I talk to. Like if I'm around someone a lot, I definitely actively mimic their speech patterns.
I do it too, so.
So I feel like I could feel it even back then when we were like starting to visit each other. I would just like be inclined to talk how you talk. Cause, well, I liked it. I liked how it was.
Mr. Carrington is like I like him. He's a good guy. He's cute. He's friendly. I feel bad for him that he's missing an eyeball. I feel bad for him that do we have the encyclopedia entry for him?
Check. What?
Because we could read that and get lore. Machine built for war by a forgotten race. He was abandoned after he refused to hurt anyone. Mr. Carrington. You get a good look at him here too. He's got a little bandage over his missing eye and his mouth is stuck shut. He's got bandages around various parts of him.
All beaten up, wings and whatnot.
Yeah, all messed up wings.
Boy bee.
Boy bee. Normally they do no harm, but if they're insulted, they become violently inflamed. The bat came around and talked shit about Mr. Carrington, so he got boils about it. Fish. A popular catch amongst fish for their long, lovely legs. What the acronym stands for is unknown. Reaper. An experiment at creating a dragon that failed. Despite its imposing figure, it's mostly comprised of helium, which it expels to fly around. You're composed of such interesting parts. We tried to make a dragon.
Didn't work.
Somebody asked if we want to sound the same. I would like to sound very similar to each other.
I would like it too.
Wow. Congratulations on sounding like me. Perhaps it's a good thing.
Now let's see.
Reaper has one little big weird flipper.
It's like we like each other's voice.
We do like each other.
So I think sounding like each other would only be a boon.
I think this is where the fantasy of being twins comes in. It would be nice to have the same voice.
Right, the way the twins work in Jibakusho and their voice acting, I quite like a lot. So.
Yeah,
if we just had the same voice, I would like that.
The twins in Jibaku Shonen have the same voice actor, but the delivery on both their voices is different, and I think that's so ideal. For me whole life, nobody help me when me am hurt. Me feel good now. Feel lighter. Thank you, tiny hero. Twincest is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'm down. I'm into it. A proponent of it. I wish one of the eggs in this game contained twins. It would really get to me. If there were two very small dragons inside of an egg.
That would be so much. Sorry about the burp.
Sorry about Bird burps a lot. He's got a problem. He's got a disease. Grumble it.
Oh, destroy it.
Oh, look who it is, the hero. Would you like a parade in your honor, you miserable little puke? Angry baby. I am Luna, genius artist, and I'm sick and tired of you messing with my artwork. She's the one who paints all the eggs. Hang on, you're a dragon, aren't you? So those eggs must be your family. Well, good for you. Well, good for you. Me. I do love this area too. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I making things too hard for you? Well, deal with it.
She's great.
Somebody says I should get into the appeal of twincest. I've been a self-cester since Ice Age. I would argue that twincest and self-cest are as different conceptually as any two things in general.
Yeah.
We had a friend who was really into doppelgangers or clones. It's really is such like it's so night and day from the appeal of twins versus the appeal of same person versus the appeal of like
What?
doppelganger, shapeshifter, but it's also
Maybe even if it looks visually adjacent, I think like
the philosophy behind it. I think a lot of people who like self-cest would have nothing to do with. I mean, I have a friend who's a big proponent of that kind of stuff, you know. And we could not be more different as people. I really don't think that he would have any interest in twincest. It's interesting though. Yeah, I'm not really much of a self-cest person. I'm more of a twincest person. I think self-cest kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, deep down.
I really like there being two different people. I don't really like the fantasy of just one person being involved with themselves.
But me and Abby, I swear at this point we like each other too much. If there's not an Abby for me, I'm too sad.
Yeah.
There needs to be an Abby for every bird. A bird can't be with himself.
Yeah. But I mean, it's interesting stuff. I like thinking about the differences between the interest and the objective, despite them looking so aesthetically similar. I really don't think that like talking about one like socially broadly should like associate it with the other, you know? It's so different. We actually do share a lot of our clothes, but we could not look more physically different as two people. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Bird is fat, tall, brown, thick curly hair. I am pale, skinny,
Mwah.
small.
She is small.
It's kind of like the fun of being online, though.
She's got nice silky red hair.
Yes, he loves my red hair. Bird has a thick, curly black hair. A 4C, as they say. The bond between two people born together since the moment of consciousness. Fundamentally different than my own clone, yes. It's also fundamentally, for my friend who likes self-cest, it's typically about, like, philosophically, exploring different aspects of somebody's personality or self and their relationship to themselves and how they feel about themselves. And in that case, having contention or having tension with yourself is very different from having contention with another person. I think that, like, exploring that kind of fully interior world is completely different from exploring, like, an exterior world of the bond dynamic between two people. It's just, like, what you like to do. Yeah, it's more self-reflective. It's more, taking all the bits and pieces and seeing what they do together. But the end result still only says it's like it only tells you about one person. It tells you about that one person's feelings about themselves. Meanwhile, this is like the my favorite, or like almost our favorite area in the game. It's like the hallway leading into our favorite area of the game. I think it's fun when Bird and I share clothes because it'll have to be like a big sweater, which is just normal sized on him, and huge, like a big sack on me. I think it's fun. This small creature has twinkling stars in its eyes. Snail. I love this area.
Oh yes.
I feel like as far as video games go, typically snow levels aren't all that enchanting because, you know, they're kind of mired in either Christmas aesthetics or just snowman and polar bear.
Generic cartoon idea of bear.
Yeah.
Cartoon idea of penguin or something.
Yeah, very, very that kind of thing. This game chooses to take kind of like an Arctic reef approach to it. Kind of like a actual inhabited space. Eventually, when we get into the heart of it. Yeah, it's a lot like, here's the snow. That's the theme. You know, it'll be like, here's the snow level, it's got the snow. Here's the desert level, it's got the desert. Here's the lava level, it's got the lava. I really like design sense that tries to combine things and instead have a couple things at play. In this game, they really do that consistently. Can you look towards like the center of the screen? I really like the concept of a snow globe in conjunction with all this, like crystals, glass, snow, ice.
It's also sort of like an observatory when you get into the level of stars and I don't know. Well, there's many things.
I really love all the bright colors here. It doesn't feel desolate despite being, you know, white themed, or does it feel like a lot of white levels can be kind of empty. I'm not very interested in Mario Wonder. Prismic Palace! But I mean, good for Mario Wonder if it did some interesting theming.
I watched a video on it. It's one of those things where, like, the problem is some Mario games are like, I wouldn't buy it, but if someone handed it me, gave it to me for free, I would play it.
Yeah, that kind
Mario
of thing.
Wonder is definitely that sort of thing. Like, I wish someone else would give me.
Look at this level, I love it. Look at that guy over there. Don't touch him, though. Don't touch that guy. I like the noise they make, too, like a marble rolling around in a bowl. I think it's cute. Somebody says definitely not worth your $60, yeah. Bird is actually a big fan of Mario Toads historically. It's so funny. Bird used to have the username Captain Toadette.
Yes, that was me.
That was Bird. Bird was Captain Toadette. Bird has also...
I like the Captain Toad games.
You've also...
Well, they're like puzzles.
You've made... You do like the Captain Toad games. Bird has made Toad OCs before.
I had a Sona.
Bird does have a Toad Sona. Bird feels for toads. It's funny. Recently, I got Bird these silk hair bonnets to wear to sleep to help his hair not get matted. Because his hair's just so thick and easily dry. It needs to be moisturized a lot, and I heard that using a silk hair bonnet would help it not get tangled as he sleeps. But it does make him look like a Mario Toad. Because it looks like a soft pillow on top of his head. Baby! Strange egg isn't yours. Let's return it to its parent. Somebody asks, they say they were drawing a bunch of Captain Toad stuff earlier. Has Bird ever posted the Captain Toad stuff anywhere? Or is it just lost to time?
No, that's nowhere. It's just one of those things. I mean, I that was when I was like 18. So it is.
That's something is a precious part of you that I remember forever. That time Bird got really obsessed with toads and identified closely with toads. Because toads are cowards.
Yes. Well, they're like slave class.
Yes, they're like a serve the princess, cowardly. That's Bird.
I don't know, I do vibe it.
Maybe not anymore. Now you're the Tyrant Boy King. But you were once. Oh, I see how it is. You think I'm dumb, Think I can't count because I don't have fingers? Well, I had 3 beautiful eggs. And if you lost one of them, I'm gonna break out of here and do something we'll both regret. This one says, when I was a kid, I made a Koopaling OC. She was a goth princess with one eye, one orange eye and one purple eye, and she was dating Iggy Koopa.
This is so cool.
I once drew a bunch of art of Iggy Koopa. I was really into Iggy Koopa at one point in time. Maybe when I was like 22. I'm 31 now. So that's quite a while ago. But Iggy Koopa is captivating, I will say that. Also, it's very cute. One of our roommates had a Koopa OC, had a ponytail and such. I don't remember any of the lore for Bud's Koopa OC though. But very cute.
Well, when I was younger, I was really into Paper Mario, so I made various.
Right.
I made basically like a fake sequel Paper Mario cast. But it was like a little dumb. I mean, I was a kid. So it was like, I was thinking like, okay, we need like procedurally like a Boo, a Paracoopa,
you were filling the roster.
Yeah, filling in the roster. And I, for some reason, could only think in terms of like, this one will be like the daughter of Paragary. Like the daughter of a pre-existing character. So it was like a female Koopa with light blue shell. Well, female Paracoopa with light blue shell named Sky or something. I don't know why it was all like this. I had like a female orange Bomb.
Bird was so devoted to making girl versions of everything, which is so cute.
It was all like... It was a Bomb that was orange and had like a long fuse, like a ponytail or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a shy Boo with like a flower in her. It was so like a kid really looking at Mario Party and was like, I can make
You made the most like generic girl designs that fit into the universe, but it's so cute and endearing to me. I love that Bird was... as a kid, I was very, you know, it's kind of typical for a lot of young girls feeling that kind of like I'm not like most girls thing. I didn't really like anything feminine and I really resented... Oh, hold on. This snow creature was made with care. You feel soothed by its presence. You can do it. You can save your siblings. I love this thing. It's so cute. I love it so very much. Anyway, I was very reluctant and like kind of resentful of like overly feminine designs of things. And I love Bird for being the exact opposite, where he just like ever since he was a kid,
oh my god,
he relished in if it was like a Bob-omb but pink.
That was like my
whole
Boo
thing. But with a bow. And that was like the epitome of character design to him. He makes me feel so... Like he had such a big brain from the very start of his life where he just liked women so much.
I gotta say, I'm a big fan. See, there's last baby. It's about to get good.
It's about to get good. Get ready. Get ready to see something amazing real soon.
Whoa. Oh my god.
I actually do really love Super Paper Mario aesthetically. The first one is very, very beautiful. I would happily watch that again sometime.
Yeah.
I think its color is really good.
Mm.
It's got such a tight design sense where everything, you know, feeling almost like it's constructed like a stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Albie, you brought them all back. So you ain't the one who stole them, are you? Looking back, I suppose it was pretty obvious. Whew, golly, does it feel good to stretch my tail. Shucks, you did me an awful big favor, and here I was giving you a bunch of lip. Sorry about that. Here, this is the least I can do. I guess she has like a kind of southern accent. I didn't really notice that. Cold, cold, go away. Bother us another day. Well, that's a lot nicer looking, ain't it, kiddos? Look at her. She's beautiful. Oh, look on the back of her head. I want you to show off.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
This is a cute pose.
Yes. Look at her. She's so beautiful. I hope somebody falls in love with her forever and has her for a waifu and draws her a lot, because I really, really love her. Look, she's got like a beak on the back of her head, like a squid. Octopus. Yeah. It makes her whole situation feel like such an illusion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Her sharp beaky on the back of her head. She's so interesting. I was so excited when you cracked her open. She is so beautiful. If you're looking for your siblings, I'd check inside the palace. I reckon it's been a while since I felt any life coming from that darn place. Just watch out for the sentries. Try to avoid where they're looking, or you'll get turned into a crispy critter. I reckon there's a switch to turn them off somewhere. I can't. I don't want to give you an accent.
No.
But she's so beautiful. I love her so much. And like her with this whole level's theme, like the reef, it's like, the palace. I also really like that the palace feels, well, as we get into it more, it feels a lot like porcelain tableware. As you go further through the palace, it feels like that white porcelain with blue accents. Which really, like, also somehow kind of goes with this fish theme, since there are, it's at least common in Japan for there to be, like, fish bowls that are made in that way. In that style of ceramic with blue detail. Ooh. Puzzle map. So now you can see these statues are of her, but they've had the head cut off. So they look like kind of like just like mermaids, but you wouldn't know that it actually has like an octopus head. They have been defiled. They have been ruined. And you see statues of her all throughout the worlds. Like in the church, in the lake level, underwater, there's also statues of her. I really like the sentries, actually. Can you pause and like look at them for a second? Maybe I know you can't get in front of it, though.
Closer.
But sentries.
Maybe this is as close as I can get.
The sentries. They're cool. Kind of Porygon-like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Don't let them touch you. I really like the colors of their beams as well. So pretty. But this is the place I was talking about. It really feels like it feels kind of like mosaic pool tiles, and it feels like fine china. I love it as a concept for a palace, especially like an underwater palace. So cool. I think it's a very pleasant amount. It's like saturated, but it's harmonious with itself. I think what I really miss about old games is that very limited color. Whee! Whee! Very thematic color. just love that this area is so pink, blue, white. The sentry's beams really tie it all together. This area all having bats on its tablets is a clue in regards to the lore. The bubble conch!
The mighty bubble conch.
The mighty bubble conch!
God willing, I will not drop this.
God willing, bro, will not fuck up. I think the Prismic Palace is also the developer's favorite area in the game. God, I can understand why. There's really a lot of thought put into the design of it, and it's very original. It's like, I don't think I've seen anything quite like it.
I just felt proud of me.
What an idea. If one wishes to raise the glass in the dining room, one must hit the secret tile on the table. This thing both looks like a pencil sharpener and a colored pencil. What the hell the design of the bubble conch is inspired by? It just looks like a pencil. And a sharpener.
I think I actually need to drop this first.
Bubble conch forsaken. You can't do a bunch of different moves while you're dealing with the bubble conch.
No.
Look at him freaking go. That's so smart. It's almost like he's playing this game. I'm sorry, I got a distracted bird because I had started whispering in his ear. I'm going to kiss his cheek.
No.
He started dying violently.
What do I need the bubble conch for?
Conk. That's right.
Conch. Where's the controller? It's this, right?
Sentry control chamber.
Oh yes, there's a gap above. That's where it is. Mew. Alright, they have been disabled. All's well.
Now you can really look at these guys. They're cute. They're cute.
You didn't make me think of Porygon.
I just think it's cute that they're not just cannons, they're little guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're like Flood. They are like Flood.
Oh, yeah.
I do like Flood.
Her.
She is very cute. Do we have any Halloween plans?
Nope.
I don't think so. I'm just so like, there's gonna probably be a Jibaku Shonen event. Five Nights at Freddy's movie is coming out, so I will pirate it. I don't think I'll pay to see it because I don't think it's worth that to me. But things. They do remind me of seahorses too. No real Halloween plans though. I don't leave my house. Or like I leave my house to go on a walk in to swim in the lake, but I don't really go to do any social engagements or anything.
Yep.
Honestly, ever since COVID, Bird's actually got pretty compromised health, so we kind of just like try not to leave the house. to do things as much as possible. We probably will leave the house to see trolls though, but I think it's kind of it has to be kind of a very rare thing we want to do. I kind of also worry there will be a billion people seeing Freddy's. And especially a billion children, which I guess in theory there also will be seeing trolls, but I guess I'm willing to endure.
No.
No. The new trolls.
I'm hoping that, like, because I don't go out much, the trolls will be, like, fine.
Yeah. We'll just be very cautious. Whew. Here he goes.
Keep missing this time.
Time challenge. The appeal of trolls is that the world is very beautiful. I would honestly say that if you like the saturated and pleasant look of this, you would like the look of trolls.
Oh, it's like a delightful crafts world.
Everything looks like it's made out of arts and crafts. Everything looks like it's kind of needle felted or made out of polymer clay or tinsel and stuff like that. It's just a whole. It's bright. It's bright and colorful.
Yarn, flocks.
Yes, everything feels like just a magical little craft world. It's incredible. Like the thing about trolls is I don't think a lot of people talk about it, but it probably has some of the strongest like design sense of a movie and color sense of like an animated movie coming out recently. I really think, if for nothing else, I don't know why more people don't just want to like observe it from an artistic standpoint. You found enough of your siblings to unlock a new ability. Come back to me when you're able, child. Ooh. I also just like trolls and I have fun. It's good. I like Poppy. She's cute.
She's good.
Poppy and Branch was Bird and I's first like a big ship.
Yeah, that was one of the big ones we shared.
When we were like really falling in love with each other. I don't know, it's fun. You should give trolls a chance. You just have to be in the right mindset. You know, you have to be in the mindset to be like, I'm just gonna watch something real silly and it's gonna be colorful and there's gonna be a lot of dancing. There's gonna be a lot of nonsense.
I like the music. I don't know.
I love it all. Anna Kendrick has like a charming, energetic voice. The seahorse butterflies are so good. I love them so much. I know this is the kind of design I love so much. Alright, I think to enjoy trolls, you just have to be able to enjoy something sappy and saccharine about being happy and falling in love and such. And I think the climax is beautiful.
Oh man, that's the problem. We watched Trolls like in slow motion one time
For 6 hours.
for like 6 hours, and we just like replayed it a bunch.
There's a lot to appreciate about Trolls aesthetically, and then I don't know. I find the story
It
charming.
helped my art.
Mm-hmm. It did definitely help our art.
Oh god.
Really fucking. This is difficult. This is difficult stuff.
One more shot. Oh, okay.
We just wanted to be able to appreciate all the expressions and animation and scenes, so we watched it on mute in slow motion. It's just like Bert and I are just those kind of people, honestly.
Oh yeah, I mean we watched it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Unfathomable that we like frame by frame looked.
It's just worth it to really appreciate. Me wants, sweet treat, me wants. Now. He's so cute. I really like him. Let's appreciate him for a second. A gobbler. Throw the bubble conch at him.
Whoa, I thought you didn't like that? Whoa.
He's silly, he cute.
The gobbler.
The gobbler. So cute. If we were to cosplay anyone for Halloween, who would we do?
It's kind of hard because you don't cough.
It is hard.
What would we go for Halloween?
Right? It's honestly hard for me to think about. I wish I was the kind of whimsical person who thought about Halloween costumes, but I don't really like the idea of a bunch of effort for one day. I know that.
Well, it's a hypothetical, so you can just be like, if you could just wear any costume ever, I guess.
If I could just wear any costume ever. I wish I could just be some sort of puppet creature. If I could just be some sort of like, if it could look like a sock puppet, but it covers my whole body and has like big dangly ears. I would like to be some sort of funny little puppet creature. Some sort of jester sock puppet, but full human size.
That would be fun.
We do also gotta still see Bo is Afraid. I'm just so busy with work lately. This is
We
what
gotta what?
Watch Bo is Afraid.
Oh, yeah.
The movie.
There are movies we gotta watch.
Someone says, I like enjoying stuff by watching it again and again for hours as well. I would watch cutscenes, voice lines of my favorite characters on repeat for hours. Yeah, no, that's like, that's the kind of person me and Bert have always been. I really like just, watching something over and over and over again and reading something over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah, nowadays, I mean, all we're doing is just, like, rereading our manga.
Rereading
We
Jibaku
pretty much
Shonen.
reread it, like, every day. I don't know. A little bit.
I just feel so good and it doesn't stop feeling good.
It is, like, sending each other panels constantly and being like, wow, think about this.
Think about this.
It's never not a good time.
If we're really into something that is like a movie or a TV show, it's just nice to put it on loop all the time, rewatch our favorite episodes over and over again. Definitely. And I've always been that way. Actually, before I was even of a cognizant age, like I didn't even have memories, I apparently watched the Bambi VHS to the point of utter destruction. To the point that, like, when I was of an age where I even have memories of watching Bambi, that VHS was already destroyed from my own actions. So I had to have been watching that at, like, I don't know, age 2 or 3 or something. I guess I was just very addicted to it. Somebody says I have to check out Jibaku Shonen. You guys are making it sound like the best thing on earth. I'll tell you, it's the best thing on earth to me and Bird specifically.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
And after imbibing like more of the our artist and writers' works from like 2009 and onwards, I understand that their like whole philosophy of story making is really compatible with me and Bird.
Mm-hmm.
I think that to a lot of people it's not really anything, but I think for me it's like the single most perfect.
It's the best manga ever. Yeah, I just love what Ida Iro are doing. They're a joint creative duo.
Yeah.
So it's a writer and an artist collabing. And like we've read their old manga, and by now we played their old visual novel, and I'm like, I just really like what they're doing.
I just consistently like the kind of stories they want to tell and how they want to talk about love and all that stuff. I just really adore Ida's art a lot, and I like Iro's writing a lot, but I don't think it's for everybody.
Yeah. Well, it might not. It might be fun. I think it's a fun time.
Yeah, no matter
But
what.
it might not be like very much of a standout. I don't know. Depends. I think it's beautiful.
I saw a big pastel pink Nene-chan sweater at Hot Topic, and I had to do a double take. Are they selling Jibaku Shonen merchandise
I
at
was
Hot
sent
Topic?
this. I was literally. I think I've seen this Nene-chan shirt, and I would wear it.
Wow.
That's my feeling on it.
That's so insane. Well, you also have your Hot Topic, like, baby Neopets crop top. So,
Yeah.
no, like, Hot Topic has your number, I guess. Is it just, like, the anime art? Or is it Ida's art?
I think it's the anime.
Boo. I don't even hate the anime, but I wouldn't want to necessarily wear it. But I mean, you could still enjoy it.
It was a fine enough design that I was like, oh, if I could wear something with Nene-chan on it. But it's so sad that there would not be something with like Ida's art on it.
Why isn't Jibaku Shonen for everybody? I earnestly don't think a lot of people these days really like the shoujo vibes of its love story. It is chiefly a heterosexual love story.
Yes.
If you would not enjoy just the story of a teenage girl who's about to die falling in love with a ghost boy an evil ghost boy. It's very hammy in what it's doing in sense. It's completely sincere, but it's full bore doing those tropes. I just think a lot of people aren't actually interested in that. I think a lot of people are more interested these days in a Boku no Hero Academia or a Chainsaw Man, a more masculine shonen. And I think it's a little too goofy and romantic and heterosexual.
Oh, it's very het. That's one of those things where it's very basic in that way.
Even a lot of people who are fans of it don't often talk about the actual main romance in it. So, this sweet red apple juicier than even juices. Life holds many joys.
This is so real.
Good night. God bless the gobbler. Someone says, I love Hami Shoujo. It's sad there isn't a lot of it. No, yeah, Jibaku Shonen reminds me of what I love about Inuyasha. The way the romance in Inuyasha goes. Like that kind of a schoolgirl falling in love with a half-demon who has a troubled past and is tortured. Like that kind of very direct thing. When it's sincere, it's really good. And I think Jibaku Shonen really cares about its romance in the same way that like Inuyasha and Kagome are. While also dealing with traditional Japanese folklore, which is my favorite thing. With stuff like Chainsaw Man and My Hero Academia, it's very Westaboo. It's literally superhero and then I don't know, whatever you call the other Westaboo stuff that Chainsaw Man is doing. I think people are just more and Spy Family. People are more interested in that these days than like I know Demon Slayer is big too, but that also feels a little bit more like a typical shonen fight-hen thing. It's not so much like a high school romance between a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old.
It's really like you feel the toilet comedy part of Jibaku Shonen when you're comparing it to other things.
Some people even reading Jibaku Shonen are meatheads who only want to see fights, and I really don't understand that because it's really not. It doesn't really have very many. They're kind of sporadic. It's not nearly as actiony as it is romancy. Mm-hmm. And
oh, it's so like time to do Tanabata, time to like.
My star.
These special events.
Somebody says one of my mutuals is super into Baku Deku, and I'm just like, girl, I fucking hate. I think Bird actually, he's like vaguely when you
oh my god,
a roommate had you imbibe a little of My Hero Academia, and you were down for Bakugo, but Bird likes a bully to some extent.
No, it's embarrassing. I know. I one of those things where I'm like, I can't. Whoa. Oops. I can't like tell anyone this because it's also like it's gonna kind of muddy the water if people knew I was sort of receptive to Bakugo. It would ruin everything.
When you see like a gender bend Bakugo, you're like, I don't know, maybe.
No, right? Like, I guess in my heart, I'm like, if he was a girl, I guess it would be different.
But we don't really have care for that world, and all that stuff is not really the thing. But it's just like funny that it at least a little bit appealed to Bird in some manner. It was funny because I think the person you were watching it with fucking hated.
Oh my god, no, yeah. It was literally one of those things where someone's like, oh no, watch this thing with me. And then it's like, the thing I like is what they hate. And I'm like, it's fine, whatever. But
it's so funny when that happens. I understand the differences of opinion. Even if I don't like an anime or a style of thing you like, it doesn't really matter, you know? Baby!
Oh, you little ball tail. What the heck? So strong, baby.
So is the Jibaku Shonen anime no good or what? It's not that the anime is no good. You could watch it if you prefer to watch anime, but I think Ida's art is so beautiful, and the manga looks very beautiful. So
and it's difficult to like compromise with it.
Finn, hello. Oh, her eyes are falling apart. Please don't worry yourself about me. I'm just a little tired. Now, I do believe you're due for a new ability. Hold still. Now you can spit orbs of water. Lots of uses for that. That's when you get those things on your cheek, I see. Finn, I must warn you. In the deepest part of the Cavern of Dreams is the Gallery of Nightmares. And there, you'll find Luna. She's been trying over and over to take your siblings back. I've been able to hold her away, but my power is waning. Please, do your best to stop her. Anyway, I just really like Ida's art, and as a result, the anime, like, can't be as beautiful as that. I really like the manga's art of Jibaku Shonen. So, for that reason, I don't really like merch of the anime, because I don't really like the anime's rendering. I don't really like that kind of, I don't really like the rendering of any anime, honestly, overall. Like, for the most part, unless it's something as stylized or, simplistic in its color. I think it looks as good as an anime, as an average anime can look. It just looks a little bit more like a typical anime, you know? If you just think about a modern anime having... It looks better than a lot of anime, in that it is very still jewel-toned and very saturated, like Ida's art is. But it's just not as beautiful as the manga. I wouldn't really want to wear merchandise or own a bunch of things featuring the anime's art on it, but Ida's illustrations are very beautiful, so I would gladly have posters of Ida's art, you know? But that's how it goes with any manga. The manga will always be more style, because it's made by one person, as opposed to a whole team of people just trying to put together. You get something more muddy and less well-directed. Whereas somebody's vision as an artist, Ida has a very good vision as an artist, and she's got a very good sense of layout. I really like how she handles backgrounds. I really like how she handles textures, spot blacks, all that stuff. And the monochrome of the manga, you know. The expressions are beautiful and subtle, and more can be hinted through them because she actually knows the trajectory of the story. So...
The anime doesn't even cover much, though. That's the other thing. It's the real tip of the iceberg.
Somebody says, my favorite anime manga of all time is Gegege no Kitaro, which I do recognize. Which is like, it's an old manga about yokai. The author brought back the concept of yokai from almost being forgotten. Yeah, I am familiar with that. That's the kind of thing, I do think that era of anime just looked a lot better. They did a lot less over-rendering or bloom filter or glowiness and stuff, you know? A lot of stuff these days just kind of has the same finishing work, no matter what it is and no matter what the manga looked like. Yeah, Showa era stuff, I've watched a handful of it. Unfortunately, I don't think anything was really, like, not stylistically, like, writings-wise brilliant to me, but the styles and the colors are really good. I really like early Inuyasha, after all. Though that's, like, you know, later. Oh, we just watched Rose of Versailles recently.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, that was such a good time.
Rose of Versailles is so good. Like, and, I can tell that Ida is really inspired by that kind of stuff. That kind of flowery... Oh, God. She cooked me. Say it, baby. That reminds me of Hanna-Barbera cartoons. It's probably because, like, I'm a fan. Oh, totally. I had watched some, like, wacky old 80s cartoons with a friend at one point in time, like Galaxy High? I don't know. A bunch of old stuff. Like, oh. And you can so tell, even when you're watching, like, an old American thing, when it is animated by some particular Japanese studios. It's, like, so interesting. You'll, like, watch a Lupin movie, and then you'll watch some old 80s cartoon, and it will just be, like, exactly the same, fundamentally. Even though they're, like, different tropes and different presentations. Jibaku Shonen is a lot about yokai and folklore as well, which I also really like. I think it's also what I love about Inuyasha. Lupin movies really are like, this is Scooby-Doo. I had a friend once who had a full back tattoo of Lupin, so I had watched a handful of it with her. It's not really my thing, but the animation is beautiful. I liked Pink Jacket specifically. I like that style for him. out of all of the different Lupins. You know, there's like Red Jacket, whatever else. I like Pink Jacket. Whatever significance that has. I don't think I would rewatch any of them, but I guess as like a thing, from an artistic standpoint, I don't regret having imbibed it. It is valuable. It is very Scooby-Doo. And like Scooby-Doo, I don't regret watching Scooby-Doo things. Maybe I would not watch them again.
You wouldn't choose to spend your time that way, but
maybe I wouldn't watch
like
them over and over again. Chibaku Shonen seems very uncynical. No, it's not. Especially after imbibing, this is just gonna be me rambling about Chibaku Shonen if I give it a chance. But the creators of it, the artist and writer duo, have been friends since high school, and they've been making work together for like over 13 years, maybe as much as 16 years. And their old work from high school is exactly as sincere as Jiwaku Shonen is now, and I think that's very rare to see in a creative person. Like, for them to retain that sense of whimsy and sincerity in their work, it's really not cynical and it's not nihilist, which I feel like a lot of anime is.
Yeah, it's nice when something isn't like, because I mean, the writer is a sort of emotional and troubled person in ways, at least in the past was. We've read like through their blog a bit. Mm-hmm. But even though like the manga can touch on like some severe feelings and sadness, it's not like it's doomful.
Yeah. I would say that I earnestly love things that focus on hope and love and dreams and, you know, what it's like when two people are really devoted to each other or one person is really devoted to another, and their work loves to explore that. A very earnest yandere love.
Yes.
Believing that love is worth going insane for, which I really like.
It would be better to be together and dead than apart and like alive or something, like that kind of extreme narrative.
I really love that.
You just do anything to be together.
And their work has so consistently been that I really trust them as writer and artist.
Mm-hmm.
They want to depict things like that. This game also, though, you know, to tie it back, this game is just sweet and cute. It's not like pulling back, like it's not trying to wink, nudge you, or embarrassed about just depicting something cute and enchanting. I think that's just the kind of thing I really like.
Yeah, it's okay just to be a cute baby dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Just love your siblings.
It's so cute for like the. Oh. He was doing such a good job, though.
It's okay. I knew I would mess up a little bit.
I think a lot of things want to be more tongue-in-cheek and pull back. And I was really glad this game didn't.
Like,
it really is just a game about a cute dragon moving through a dreamy, beautiful wonderland.
When it's too much like it's a video game, I don't like that kind of
when there's a lot of
self-referential
fourth wall breaking, yeah. I like when things take their worlds and their implications seriously. And there's just a tasteful amount of deeper lore in this, giving it some depth and some history without pulling back from the sweeter parts of it. I think Chibaku Shonen feels like something out of 2009.
Yeah. I mean, I read a lot of shoujo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's totally reminiscent of that, what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Must observe. I wouldn't call it an homage. I would just say that's
That it is what it is.
That's just what it is. That's just what the people making it like to make. They used to make visual novels like that. I really think it's earnestly just that the artist and writer have been working exclusively together for so many years that, like, it's almost like a kind of preserved bubble. Like, they can still make stories like that because that's all that they've done. And it doesn't really it doesn't feel like it's like a pastiche or something like that. interesting that it's a collab work. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rare for an artist and writer to be that devoted to creating together for so long. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, to have like a good work ethic together also.
Just to have such a, and it's since being teenagers is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Like I earnestly don't know how they, for the works that they made when they were like 18 or younger together, it's just like surprisingly sweet and coherent.
Even if like crude in
And
ways.
that's also why I recommend the manga over the anime, because I think you'll get more of a sense of the raw spirit of the artist and the writer from the manga. Oh god. No. Dead. Death. Happens to the best of us, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
At least now you can get this mushroom.
Yes.
I guess you could stop at that mushroom if you really want.
I mean, it's just gonna launch me back. But
Oh, right. It's angled to launch you only backwards. And sometimes...
Wait a minute. It doesn't even... Right, I forgot that it does this.
I think if you hit it right, it'll launch you right back. But if you don't, it will just kill you. Oh, you just gotta do it right.
Aw, beans.
Oh, beans. I guess you gotta really...
I know I've gotten it before.
Yeah, you have.
Hmm.
It should be gettable. Just really time the horn jump right. Maybe? I don't know. I guess your R is supposed to just pick up speed to it, huh?
Oh god.
A shooting star. Yee.
This will just be how it is for a second.
The worst run yet.
It always gets worse, doesn't it?
I sing the praises of Jubaku Shonen, and I care a lot about what the creators do, but I think to plenty of people it will just...
It just feels like a normal manga.
It just feels like a normal manga, but, you know. I think with Bird and I's history of what we have read and valued in works, it's just like just right the kind of thing. I haven't really been very interested in a lot of modern anime or manga. I give them a shot periodically, but I often just don't care.
Yeah, I don't know what's the most recent thing I've enjoyed besides Jubaku Shonen.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I've given plenty of things a shot, but just didn't really feel anything.
A lot of times the experience can be just okay. Yeah, nothing to write home about.
How did you guys experience Jubaku Shonen? Like online or buying the physical?
Online. Someone recommended it to me randomly, and I just was like, oh, sure, I'll take a look at it. So I was actually alternating between watching an episode of the anime and reading a chapter of the manga that it corresponded to. So it was online.
Mm-hmm. We own it now.
We own it physically now because we like it so much.
Yes.
Oh yes, the scary room.
The scary
Baby
room.
does not like it.
Baby does not like the scary room. The scary, scary room in the palace. This frozen in time room. You get a horrible chill when you touch this box, but it looks like it's empty. Really observe this guy. I want to really look at him. It's so interesting. I've got arms and legs.
Arm, legs, and wings.
Yeah, they've been turned into crystal, so their shapes have been very simplified. I think we could imagine that they were once more detailed. Whoa.
Oh, I wish I knew what that was.
I wish I knew what you were. Some sort of crystal animal on the floor.
Little body.
Little body.
Quite big. These are big chairs.
Yeah, they are. I really like the idea of a place where everything is that texture of porcelain. It's a cool idea for a palace. There's some marble texture in there.
I'm gonna sneeze.
You gonna sneeze? Okay. Did you turn it back on or did you leave it off? Oh, Brett's going to go to the bathroom. He's going to go potty. That means it's just me. I can't play video games, so you're going to look at the pause screen. Take this opportunity to pee yourself. Smelly. Stairs at the pause screen. You can look at these beautiful marbles of different elements. I honestly feel nervous to even just like flip through the encyclopedia. But I wonder if I could. I really can't be trusted with things though. I actually don't know where Bird put the remote controller. How do you pause it, Bird? Bird! You can't hear me from the bathroom, even though it's right over there. It's fine, though. Nothing's gonna hurt me in here. You can just enjoy this room. But I can't interrupt his platforming. I'm the baby now. I'm the world's most useless baby. I can't do anything. Can't save any of my siblings. I don't even know how to fly. I don't even know how to jump. Jump. I can jump. I honestly have like no spatial awareness and control. I really can't like walk upstairs in games. I really can't do anything. Beep, beep, beep. Wow. Baby very sad. Baby very sad in this cursed frozen room. As you can see, it is as if somebody gifted the king with some sort of magical box. And that box froze him permanently. So this race of people has become forgotten in time. But why? Who gave them the box? Who could it be? A very long time ago, so it couldn't have been Luna. She's a baby like me. She's young. So somebody in the distant past of the Cavern of Dreams wanted to stop this king and erase these people from existence. Now, if I could open the encyclopedia, it's possible there's a little lore in there, which I actually know, but I don't know. Maybe you play the game yourself, and maybe you learn about what happens. The stained glass looks like cat faces. I can kind of, yes, with like nosy and lip cheeks and a big chin. But I think it's, I was gonna say it's the goddess Opal, but it's not really because she doesn't have her head. I don't really know. There's another person of this forgotten race, all crystallized. Seems as if they had arms and legs and wings and horns. Kind of like me, but also like Luna, the bat. So what does it mean? If we got VTuber models, what would they look like?
Huh?
If we got VTuber models, what would they look like? I honestly wish that it could just be like Amane and Tsukasa. I think that would
Yeah,
be really
yeah.
funny.
Now we've talked about this. If we got VTuber abs, they just would be anime characters.
I think it would just be the most funny to see Amane and Tsukasa in the corner of the screen. But I also think if there was anything like that, I would have to be some sort of like,
Excuse me.
some sort of silly little puppet on Bird's arm or something. I wouldn't actually be like a full model because I'm not actually playing the games. I think it would just be Bird as something, and then I am like a,
If it was like not just an anime character, let's say.
I'm like an annoying squirrel on your shoulder that bobs around.
Yeah,
and-
it would be like a fun little thing. 1 second. I think I need a eye drop.
Oh, yeah, eye
But the
drop?
normal kind.
Okay.
Not that kind. The
Oh,
normal
just normal eye drops? Yes.
Yeah,
right.
my left eye hurts. Could I also get a prophy?
Yeah, I can get you a prophy, sweetie.
Yeah, sorry.
Now,
When you.
I unpaused your game by accident,
That's okay.
but nothing happened.
Nothing's happening, so
I was
it's fine.
gonna open the encyclopedia, but it didn't happen.
Aw. Oh, sorry. Whoa. Okay, knocking everything over. I'm knocking everything over! I'm sorry. Oh, Does Covet sound like me? I think so. I'm being asked if Covet sounds like me. If Covet has like my voice.
I think it would be like Bird's voice, but with crazy distortions and all
Right,
evil
yeah.
sounding.
I think it's like my voice, but if I could like at any point warp and echo and glitch my
and
voice.
pitch affect it, make
But
it
I think it would just be my voice.
just edits of your voice. Yeah. Here's what my persona sounds like.
Yeah, Abby's just screams and shrieks. Where's the other sippy cup? She sounds like that. So it just sounds like her normally, really. Thank you for the perfect. Okay. Covet was based on just like me in my dreams, so I do think he just is like me.
Bird's some sort of crazy, horrible,
Yes, for some reason I'm like some monster in my
some
dreams.
sort of
Oops,
horrible
I
sadist.
meant to go up.
You did, and you went down. The whole time I was trying not to walk much, so that I wouldn't knock you off from your platforming.
I just totally forgot.
But you did it. It was you.
Dreambird's an absolute maniac. He's a monster.
With VTubers, I'm like, they can only track so many movements. And in this way, it's kind of pointless to me. It's kind of a little too limiting.
Well, yeah, they can't be like super fantastical, really.
They can't be like a super non-human thing, because it can't. I feel the same way about like VR avatars, where I'm like, I understand. I don't actually want to have my real human body control an avatar, because that doesn't really do anything more for me than existing as a human does. So I don't really have any motivation to do any of that. I mean, in that way, it's actually less immersive than something like Ori, where you can have a fully non-human body and run all around or express that way.
Oh yeah, like a feral.
I know
or
that you
something.
could theoretically like get it to track anything, but in that case, I'm like, I would instead build a puppet and live stream the puppet in the corner of the screen while I play games, and just be a hand puppet or something to that effect. I don't actually, I don't really crave the VR or anything like that experience. It's a little too limiting, but in that case, it's like it might as well just be Amane and Tsukasa, because it would be.
Then it would be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
that's about as satisfying as it could be.
Yeah. I don't really have a desire to inhabit like a furry avatar or a from the shoulders up.
Yeah, like my first one is they wouldn't do real good as a VTuber av.
I think Covet would look fine as one, but you know, I don't think it's really right to his lore to make him do that.
No.
For a lot of our characters, I think it would kind of betray the lore. It's not like you couldn't have like Covet or Firefly.
I guess. It seems so odd to think about.
But yeah, it's too odd to think about. I kind of love the lore of our OCs too much to want to make them.
I'm like, he's not gonna play video games.
No, use Twitter and play video games and stuff like that. I think a lot of people feel the opposite, and that's like the point of it, is that they get to see their persona play games, and they want their different personas or alters to have blogs and such. It's just not really what I like to do. I really like them to exist with integrity inside their own worlds and in their own reality.
I'm like, Amani can play video games. It's fine.
Amani can play. Amani and Tsukasa and plenty of worlds could just play video games together. It's funny to think about.
Yes.
Your OCs live in the forest and eat nuts and small mammals. Those don't know what computer is. Exactly. That's
Right.
all it is. I don't want to have to imagine Firefly or even avvy in a world where they have to talk to people, interact in that way.
Covet's haunting the dreamscape. He's not doing that.
He's super powerful. He would never lose at a game either.
Nah. Break the screen.
You couldn't see your little fail self in the visage of Covet. It'd be an insult to him.
I watch VTubers. I'm like, I get the most out of like the Shota Loli ones.
Yeah.
Those are like my favorites.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that is what I desire.
Wow, you're doing so good. You only have one more egg.
I wonder which egg is that?
in
Oh,
the
it's
fridge
probably
of
the
Thomas.
starfish one. Actually.
Yeah, it probably is.
I totally forgot about the guy. I keep back.
Oh, jeez. You won't do it at all.
Nope. It's fine. It's fine.
Blast. That was funny. You're gonna do it. Did you actually figure out the starfish last time?
Absolutely not. I
Or did you
not.
just...
I just sort of incidentally did it.
This is gonna look super interesting for the stream. Let's go.
No, I wait, hold on. I think, but maybe there's instructions on how to do it. I'll try it and look harder is what I'm gonna do. Oops.
Part of me really wants to believe these, like, kelp beds are some sort of instruction, but they're not. Like, they can't be.
There's like a starfishy area up here though, so I wanted to like. I wish these told me anything. They are just starfish with smiley faces.
Where's the instructions?
I thought like, oh, surely this area above actually has to have something to do with it.
Oh, just your shoes. Never mind. That won't help you at all.
No.
This is a very starfish themed area, but not for your benefit. I think there was a mushroom behind that igloo.
Oh no.
No, an encyclopedia entry. Wow, he's doing such a good job.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you're just gonna...
we'll just figure it out.
Just don't know. Do you think you can, like, smack the center of it to get all the arms back down or something to, like, reset it? No, okay. That would really make it easier.
Yeah. I wish I could be like, let me try that. It just doesn't look like anything to my eyes. Is the ground at all like anything?
I really don't know the instructions what this is supposed to be. he's just gonna keep doing it. Bird kind of lucked out the last time he played this and just kind of got this right, incidentally. You tried to make notes, though, and pay attention to the
I
order.
really did.
It doesn't help, though, that, like, with the camera moving and such, it's kind of hard to tell what tentacle does exactly what. But you felt like there wasn't actually a consistency to them. It seemed to change, but there's probably something very simple about it.
Probably.
And yet, we just don't know.
I've just yet to figure it out.
But it's okay. Normal in games.
Some things don't make sense to your brain.
Sometimes even replaying it, you can't do it any better. Only some genius.
A genius in chat could be like, well, I haven't even seen anyone do this like in any of the Let's Plays. Like, at least like scrobbling through it, I could not find the footage of it. Maybe there's one up now.
Somebody said, I feel like if I'm going to make an avatar for VTubing or VR, I would make a specific character for it instead of adapting. Yeah, I think that's like about the philosophy of it. Except deep down for me, I would say I wouldn't ever want to make an OC that would VTube. I think it's just not something I'm interested in.
That felt close somehow.
Somebody had said make the two tentacles across from it move. But there's actually a slight lag on the stream, so I don't know how to...
Across in what way?
There's a slight lag on the stream, so I don't know. You would really have to be... If you understand how this works, it would really have to be a concerted effort.
Well, I'll stand still for a second.
Let's see. If there's any ideas, I really don't know. Bird had tried to take out a notebook and note which tentacle did what, but he felt like it changed and that it wasn't consistent. But he also, it's kind of hard.
It's genuinely hard to pay attention.
Because the camera, there's no signifier really designating different tentacles, obviously, and the camera moves. It's really kind of difficult. I think you'd have to know based on what the...
It might be like...
You could use the starfish on the grounds to kind of help keep track of which one is what.
Maybe.
Like which one is like overlapping a starfish. One on the left.
This left? Or the one immediately next
The
to
one
it?
immediately next to it. Or all the way on the far left.
No, it's okay.
Okay. In that case, we'll
it's-
just keep trying.
I think it's like just a kind of weird one.
Bird is good at puzzles, and he tried to be patient for this, but in the end, all he really did was hop around.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, at the very least, we could enjoy this thing.
You see what I mean? Like, it just feels like I just wait until it works.
Yay.
Didn't make any sense to me, that's fine.
Eggy wiggy! Congratulations, you found every one of your siblings in this world. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Yay! Mecca. I was never good at Professor Layton because I would just brute force all the puzzles. I did try to play Professor Layton once. I'm fucking incapable of doing puzzles. I belligerently refuse to do puzzles.
I like puzzles, but unfortunately, there's nothing in Professor Layton that's like visually interesting to me.
No, there's no cute lowly in it for you at all.
I don't care about that man.
I don't think you care about that Shota either.
It doesn't look like anything, sorry.
Little blonde Shota. I When I was younger, when I was a teenager, which is when I played Professor Layton. If it had a Shota in it, I was going to like engage with it in some capacity. Well, got one more in the Cavern of Dreams. And Professor Layton had a Shota in it, so I was in the LJ community for the Layton and Luke ship. And I would look at Dojinshi there. And I tried to play a Layton game, like, I don't know, what's going on in here? And I hated every minute of it. But only because I don't like puzzles, not a fault of the game. It was just an earnest, I loathe puzzles. Okay. These days I can say I'm not really interested in a blonde Shota.
That's not enough for you.
No, it's okay, no harm. Somebody realized that they been pronouncing Shota and Lowly wrong.
That's fine.
There's always an age. Black hair Shota are what I'm here for.
Why am I all stuck?
Just not very interested in a blonde Shota. I like brown hair too. I also like white hair. I like white hair Shotas. White and gray. Nice color.
It's like it's fanciful at that point. I can enjoy a white-haired boy.
You can douse the keys.
Well, yes.
You don't
Of
have
course I could. How cool would that be?
Wouldn't that be cool? No scope. No scope key cooldown. Whee! Whee!
It's just so cute.
They get too hot and you can make them cool again. They're so cute. And then they won't hurt you. Because they can't burn you. And they're just platforms. I wonder there was something you could do about these guys. But you cannot. They're simply made of things that hurt you. Not that they have forces. Abby has truly no patience for puzzles.
No.
I'm the opposite of Bird. Bird can sit there for forever doing a puzzle. Bird also likes to do math.
That's my problem. My personal affliction.
Your personal affliction is indeed being a nerd who's good at math and liking puzzles.
Whoa.
Wow. Well, I don't know if
Where
that'll help.
was that supposed to take me?
The mushrooms, it's the angle that you hit them on that determines everything.
I suppose so.
There's nothing you can do when you're falling. Okay, good night.
99.
You could stop whenever anyway.
Ah, yeah.
Thank you for coming and talking to us. I hope it was interesting. I hope it wasn't frustrating. I hope you have a good time.
Wow, I did hit it. It just, the timing was like exactly when I hit it. It melted while still hot.
Oh.
So sad.
Wow. Think about when we want to stop.
Yeah.
And every one of your siblings in this world. I'm so happy for you.
Cavern of Dreams.
Cavern of Dweebs. Oh, thank you. Mom says there's tea in there, right, Rosie?
That's
Welcome, everybody.
Peace in the valley.
Peace in the valley.
Oh,
Be careful. lot of these puzzles the first time we played.
Ah, yes. We needed both of our brains for it, really.
My problem is I don't like I don't like being stuck on something and having to just sit there while nothing happens. When a puzzle is frustrating enough, I stop looking at the screen and I stop watching Bird play until he figures it out, and then I come back.
Yeah.
Woo! If I can't figure it out, I have no wherewithal.
Right, like she don't keep trying.
No, Bird will really keep trying. Very admirable. And it is that admirable spirit that is why we're in a relationship. In a way, I was a puzzle you had to solve.
That's true. Well, you're a puzzle I really want to solve.
Somebody says I can't stand puzzles either if I can't find out on Google. Yeah, that's all I did with Professor Layton. I was like, how much is this guide? But then I was like, there's not much to this game other than puzzles now, is there?
Well, right. Like playing Bravo, for example, that's all like.
Right. There are some games that are more or less puzzles. Beware the hunger.
Beware the hunger. Well, there it is.
Nuclear wonger.
We're gonna want to beware it.
We're gonna want to beware it. You know, for a lot of VTubing, I really think it's for me personally, it's less than having a webcam on me. Because at least if I had a webcam on me, I could do a bunch of wacky stuff. It's the limitations don't really do anything for me. I like watching other VTubers that are charming, showed as lilies, but I really don't think they do much for me. It's like I would rather be able to grab a stuffed animal and hold it, or indeed just have a puppet.
Doghouse is.
Imagine having like Amane and Tsukasa avatars, but it's specifically the teen school boys.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it doesn't really make sense if they were ghost boys.
No, because it would have to be teen school or like living, but then it's like, oh, they can't live in the 1960s now. You really have to work with it. Teen school boys it is.
Right. That boy's, there's just like that image of him holding his little like joystick for his drones or whatever the fuck is RC.
And he can be so fail at it and it would still be in character.
Uh-huh. I think about that one. I'm like, he was like my Steam profile for a bit.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Game.
Oh wait, no. I don't have any business here.
Don't have any business there. Secret wall.
Let's see how far our encyclopedias are.
Let's see. Kee-hee! Elemental beings that subsist on motes of magic generated in the cavern's depths. They like being chilled if they get too hot.
She's too hot.
She gets too hot. She's so cute. I love her. Yeah, we got all these. We don't have anything new here, I don't think.
No, they just want to see.
Palm! The plant on their back can grow to massive sizes. When they fall asleep, they bury themselves in the snow. Big Star flies up each night to light the sky, but his tentacles have a bad habit of going numb. Apparently he has an excellent baritone. Sea Dragon. Loyal guardian of the Prismic Palace, created to guard the treasures within. When nobody's around, they entertain one another with riddles. They're so cute. Luna! She first was orphaned, then Sage adopted her, only to abandon her. Heartbroken, she turned to art to express her anguish.
Poor Luna.
Poor Luna. Box Nightmare. Cursed artifact from a time before the cavern existed. It granted eternal life to a foolish king, but he did not understand what that entailed. Scary.
Scary.
And then remember, like Mr. Carrington is an armada warship who, created by somebody who wanted to do conquest, who refused to fight in the war.
Interwoven things.
Mm-hmm. Can you spit bubbles on these paintings or anything? They feel so, like, strange. No effects. So funny. pictures of yourself, girl. I really respect it. Well, there's nothing to do. Gee, you'll really believe anything, won't you? No wonder Sage tricked you so easily. Enjoy the trip, numbskull. There she goes. Time to be sad, baby. Time to be sad, baby. No like.
Can't do anything there.
Yes, it leads to scary place. Now, Bird didn't like being here. He didn't like being here at all.
No, I did not like this place.
He didn't like to have to go back to it. He didn't enjoy it. I like it. I don't mind me a home.
Heavy.
It's very black space. This is where I think Tsukasa stays sometimes. These kind of places, you know? Home away from home for me. Portrait of Lady Opal without her head. Navigating a flooded house.
Not really sure what this is.
Really sure. I don't really know. Those blue spots on the wall are either. I know there's like a creature under the floorboards, that like has bright blue markings. But I saw somebody say that you can like rescue or get out of there. But I don't know how you do it. I don't know what you do.
This?
Yes. It just seems like stuck. And Mr. Carrington's missing eye. Which I don't know why it's here.
All mysterious things are down here.
Sad.
Still can't quite piece it together.
No. Aye.
Concerned.
So sad, baby.
It's like I don't have the
I don't really know.
means to help anyone here.
No, I wish we could return Mr. Carrington's eye to him. I do not know. Feels like it has to be there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand
And
what
this is
these.
also so
I don't know what these
specific.
boxes do.
I haven't the slightest.
It's crazy that we managed to like 100% the collectathon aspect of the game. We got all the things, but we still feel like we didn't figure out a bunch of random stuff.
Yes, there are random little things that's like I don't know.
If
what
there
that's
if there are
about.
things that don't award you an egg, encyclopedia, or a mushroom, then we've just not figured them out.
No, don't know how.
Do you not know?
Suppose we'll have more to explore.
Mm-hmm. You're so colorful in this dark place. It's nice. It's nice that this is as scary as it gets. It's plenty scary.
Yes.
Quite effective.
Oh, this way back. Chest.
There are multiple chests, yes, which confounds me further. We're on the shelf. It's all big. See what's in it. There you go, touch it.
Don't know what she's on about.
No, I don't know how you open this. We'll find out someday.
something to this that I just don't understand.
Yeah, and I don't know if it ties into that strange creature. Yeah, you get things out of those chests. Grabbing item. I think it's funny that items you grab just float above you. It's like whatever.
Just on your head.
It's like
Well,
whatever.
it's like Chris carries things on their head.
Yes.
It's a funny thing to do.
It's an acceptable thing to do in games. You need to have your small, non-detailed character hold an object. You get the idea. Yeah, I'd be willing to stop soon.
I'm starting to actually get tired. This is a pretty decent amount of the game done.
Yeah. It's a couple hours of stream. That's a good amount of stream.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me yawning. Oh yeah. I hope you like Cavern of Dreams. I would probably finish this up sometime. Because I know it's a fun game. I recommend it.
Yes.
Simple, cute. Nighty night. Oop. I hope it stays cozy even as I drop everything and bang on stuff.
He knocks stuff over.
Yes.
He moves even an inch, he starts knocking things over.
That's how it is. Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.